All right, welcome everybody to the Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer Tournament 2023 round of 16 action, I believe, actually. I'm the Hackster, and today I'm joined in commentary by Leslie Pro 04. How's it going, Leslie?
Going good on this side. Going good. Our matchup is the fourth seed Paraducks versus jonnylink. Gee, I wonder who jonnylink beat in the last round. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It was me.
You wanted extra pain and suffering, I see. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. You'll probably notice some visual differences on jonnylink's version of the game. Can confirm it's okay, but we're going to be seeing Princess Peach apparently on jonnylink's side, so don't be alarmed by that. But yeah, looking forward to this one. Obviously, a little bit of an upset, I think, jonnylink over you. So
I don't know. I don't think so because honestly, the way I viewed that match, it was just an even coin flip.
Okay.
And I just didn't play very well on that day. It happens.
Hey, that'll happen definitely. The seedings were fairly even. I think you were the slightly higher seed, if I recall right. But yeah, that'll happen too to the best of us. I've definitely lost matches myself where I think it surprised people who I lost to. So any given day. But we're getting started here. We're starting in World 3, and we're getting 6-8 right away. Both opting to get the power-up early, which I think is a good idea, and jonnylink opting to grab the shell to allow him to speed through this section a little easier than Paraducks. So.
And you can feel the lag due to this enemy set's the giant enemy set. They're bigger sprites. They take up more memory, and with nest memory being limited, that creates more lag.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely caused some extra problems there. Plus, their hitboxes are bigger too, so a little tougher to avoid sometimes. Next level we get is the pyramid, which I love this stage. But all right, jonnylink gonna check the box. Doesn't want that star because he actually is gonna need to grab the beetle down here. Meanwhile, Paraducks did not opt for that box and is going to have an easier time passing through without having to avoid the star.
And because Paraducks is pulled slightly ahead, but it's very early. We'll see how things play out as this seed goes on. Worth mentioning, we're starting in World 3, and we have got to play through 4 levels and a fort before we can even see a pipe check. Oh no, jonnylink stun locked and blocked at the goal line by a sledge bro. That one hurt. Two, 3 on Paraducks side. Picks up a fire flower. Ooh, look out. Those fire chomps are ruthless. He uses fire, but gets rid of the fire chomp, and that's good because you gotta be able to kick out these blocks in order to be able to clear the level.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of a rough set of levels here at the start. The pyramid's not the easiest level, especially as we saw at the end. The burrow can be a little tricky. And then additionally, the 2-3 here can be rough, especially with enemy sets like this. Some of these enemies respawn constantly.
Oh, look. Paraducks is back Emerson. I don't think he was looking for one, but it popped up. So when that happens, you just take it.
Yeah, opting not to equip it because it is a Bowser item, but you see immediately paying the price for not having the power up there. So, and now also getting marathoned on top of things. That's great.
Did anybody count that marathon? That was pretty long.
Yeah, it was pretty long marathon there. Just as a reminder to folks, the hammer suit does kill Bowser pretty quickly, but it's honestly only like a 33-second time save, optimally. 32, 33, somewhere in that time range versus just the hug strats. So, you definitely don't want to be saving that and taking deaths versus, or too many deaths anyway, versus waiting for Bowser. Ooh, get 8 for it, huh? Early on, so...
Yep.
Yeah, the tough, long levels continue. The great thing about this fort, though, is that's guaranteed to be a Fire Flower, so nobody going back for a double helping there. They're both just happy with a single helping. They do get a star power up here in this room that jonnylink skips, so he's been able to catch up here to Paraducks because of the death that happened in 1-5.
Yeah, the Hammer Bro Marathon didn't help. Both runners pulling up short, not going for the one cycle, because both knew they were not going to make it. And as Small Mario, that's an even longer trip to get to the P-switch.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and Paraducks having to slow down in that last room too because he was small, so didn't want to take another death. Definitely not a level you want to be taking deaths in, kind of like the pyramid. So we're gonna get some pipe checks here. We'll see if the way is free or not. We're gonna get good information from this pipe here. All right, so it's the pipe that's all the way back in the original screen. The question is there an obstacle or not? Then there shouldn't be, because I see the lock there, so that should be free. And sure enough. So yeah, we're getting the World 5 airship here. World 3. A lot of artillery on this one, but it's one of the airships you can kind of speed through relatively easily as well. Ooh, Paraducks taking some damage there, but it looks like it's only a 2-hit, so...
Only a 2-hit, and jonnylink got the fire kill, so it comes out as relatively even. Maybe jonnylink a couple of frames ahead?
It's like, oh my goodness, this is actual sync. Yeah.
Dead even through one world. You love to see it.
Yeah, they can't be more than like a frame or two apart at most. This is pretty wild. Yeah, it looks like, I think Paraducks is like a frame or two ahead. Oh, little bonk there from Johnny.
Definitely ahead due to the pipe bonk.
Yeah, both gonna check this plant out. I think they're trying to get some inventory. Potentially, you know, clouds, hammers can be useful still, obviously. Probably what they're mostly hoping for. jonnylink doesn't have a Bowser item yet, so he wouldn't mind like a hammer suit or a fire flower as well. They're gonna get a star because they're stars.
Yes. See a fort, play a fort, and it winds up being 7F1. So unfortunately for jonnylink, that means no more fire flower, and that's because you have to fly to beat this level.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably not the fort either one of them wanted to see. They also don't have inventory, so they're not going to be taking any lava baths here to equip a tail as well. But yeah, both runners opting to play the fort. Not a bad idea before scouting the world. They definitely could have also done some scouting before they played this one, but since it's more or less the first thing they see after entering that pipe, they both opted to play it. You don't see any other obstacles on these other islands, so I'm assuming that there's going to be some sort of obstacle at the end of the world that they're going to have to break anyway.
And now we get some divergence. And Paraducks finds the other pipe, and jonnylink, good news, finds the right route. The bad news finds Atlantis, and it is hard required.
Ooh. A little bit of a mistake there, actually, turning into a statue. Was guaranteed to take damage, unfortunately, so gonna have to monitor that on Johnny's side. He's definitely gonna have to be a little conservative here for a while. Does get a good enemy there. That's a really great enemy to see in that spot. The Bertha, really easy to avoid. versus something like a blooper.
That or spiny cheap, those can be hard to predict.
Yeah, that's a good point. Awkward movement. So, has a chance at another power-up, and of course it's a star, so not the most useful, but at least won't have to worry about that Paragoomba.
Always a nice bonus.
And gets a pretty easy enemy at the end here, so honestly, pretty tame Atlantis. I don't think either runner's going to complain about it.
That and chat's gonna be happy that they had to see a forced Atlantis.
Always. Ooh, could have made use of the star here in this stage. Opted not to use it. Doesn't seem too bad. So probably not the worst at the end of the day. Paraducks also not opting to use a star, but he does have a tail, so he should have ideally have a little bit of safe passage, but a little bit of struggle there in the plan, unfortunately.
And hello from the World 4 airship, another airship you can speed through, and JonnyLink's gonna do just that.
Yeah, this is maybe the fastest. Maybe the fastest airship. It's got to be pretty close. For people that don't know the lore, in regular Mario 3, this airship's one of the longest, but it's not because it's actually long. It's the size of a normal airship. It just moves at half speed.
Paraducks coming up short on the off-screen wand grab. And for Ludwig, it was heavy, but one hit.
Yeah, pretty easy Koopaling so far. 1, 2, and 1 hit, so.
Oh, look at this. This is nasty.
This is
3
really
fourths
nasty.
in World 1. One of the first 2 is definitely correct.
Yeah.
And the third one's just sitting in the way. This could be very gross.
Yeah, I don't really mind this setup too much as a runner, though, because there's an obvious order that you would play them in. It's a little worse when you're like, oh man, I've got to pick one. You know, what if you pick the wrong one and your opponent picks the right one? Well, you know, they get a nice advantage there.
I mean, you can still lose time easily, say if the required one's 7F2 and you take a death, which I wouldn't want to happen to anybody because that is a painful fort to go through to begin with, and to die and go through it again, yeah, no thanks.
Well, you just get to play, you know, the best fort in the game twice. That's bonus content.
Anyway, Paraducks damage boosting through 5F1, and what's the result?
There we go.
Well,
Easy.
that's our answer. And a 1.5 beta.
And you were all worried, you know, the world could be nasty, have some nasty forts, and it just, you know, piece of cake. No problem.
Hey, that next fort could still be 7F2, but it could also be the World 1 fort, so it's a bit of a 50-50.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing the World 1 fort here. What do you think? And JonnyLink with the tail, that's a big swing, potentially.
Yeah, that would be a big swing for JonnyLink, but if it's let's see, it is World 1 fort. So if that other fort is 7F2, well, it's not getting played.
Yeah, I thought Paraducks might have another tail, so we'll see if Paraducks equips it. That would be pretty clutch. And gets an anchor.
No tail for Paraducks, so might be missing out on a wild card. Now, the anchor could be anything in the item pool other than a hammer or a warp whistle. It depends with the seed. Well, speaking of hammers, JonnyLink just got one. Oh, no clip for Paraducks.
Yeah, and to note here too, flying up in that fort is the faster way of beating it as well. So JonnyLink picking up some additional time on top of the item. So it's pretty much, in circumstances like this, the ideal way of completing the fort. There are some small circumstance where it's actually not ideal to go for the item, but in most cases, it ends up being the better play.
Yeah, see anytime you get...
Ooh.
Basically, see any time where the lock forces you to take a longer path.
I think jonnylink picking up another fire kill there, so it's a second one so far.
In the World 3 airship as well. Alright, what do we got next, chat?
Johnny's playing really, really well so far. I expected this matchup to be pretty decent. You know, Paraducks obviously the favorite here with the bye, but you know, Johnny's definitely putting on a great show here early and doing what he needs to stay in this one.
We got Giant Land next, and nothing's gonna come easy here. Gonna have to play... Oh, gonna have to play some levels here. Oh, hello, 7F2. In World 4, which means chances are it might be the one that builds the bridge. We'll see. I've seen it enough times before to where if 7F2 shows up here, chances are it's building the bridge.
Yeah, I would imagine so as well. But, you know, the game can be cruel. At the very least, it's one of these where I don't think Paraducks is going to skip it either. You know, you may see certain runners skip it, but oh, he is going to skip it. So, interesting choice.
Well, we get to see the levels that are ahead, and to start, 3-2, and 3-2 with a tail is a good way to go through this level, especially if the P-speed strat is a tough one to get for you.
The boom boom went the wrong direction there due to subpixels. That was pretty funny. A little bit of trolling for Johnny. Oh, and Paraducks.
Paraducks with an advantage here is 7F2 not required.
Yeah, big swing going his way. Really unfortunate for Johnny there. I'm still a little bit surprised he skipped it because neither of these forts are in the required path. So, and we're gonna get 7.
Oh my!
Okay.
Angry Sun 7-5, but because it's an early Angry Sun, Paraducks is just gonna neutralize that. But this is one of the nasty levels you can get in this rando, as you are now locked up in Alcatraz.
Yeah, Johnny gonna do the same thing. Really good usage of the shells there. Ooh, Paraducks taking some damage, so the rest of the stage gonna be a little more treacherous from him. Looks like Johnny's gonna also make use of the shell here, clear out some enemies. Really, really nice. Really good decision. Uh-oh. 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 That Paracupa is gatekeeping. Nice. There we go. So yeah, Johnny potentially could have a little bit of an easier time here if he gets this clip in particular. Does get it, so a pretty big swing there. Isn't going to be able to jump over that, but he's going to opt to go down this pipe here, which not a bad choice because he can just clip to the end. Whereas Paraducks is going to have to build the bridge and then go back up through the pipe. So despite the fact that Johnny played the extra level, he gets the time back here by power-up conservation. It's very nice.
Yeah, very well done by Johnny. Like, also, Paraducks almost got hitbox there. That would have been awful.
Yeah, that particular Paragoomba is a notorious assassin. Johnny having trouble with the Sledge Bros in this seed. They're not being kind to him, so is going to equip a star here, which is a great usage of the star on the Hammer Bro fight, and also going to pick up a mushroom from it. So.
And the fort we do need is 6F3, Carpet Fort. Paraducks opted for the Hammer Suit. Interesting. Was there another one that was picked up and I didn't see it?
I don't recall. He just may be concerned by being out of power-ups, so I think it's a reasonable, you know,
yeah,
especially
chat pointing out. I gotta mention this chat pointing out those clips. jonnylink, mac and cheese, both clips in 7.5.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I wonder if he knows how the subpixels work extreme as well. how they work and how to make them work and how to pick them up. Because that's a very cool skill to have. Oh wait, Paraducks had a second hammer suit, so we're good.
Yep. Good star equip here as well, especially considering that bro fight. Really like to see the star usages on the bros. I think it's pretty much the best usage of them in Randomizer.
Oh, we got a Wranglers for jonnylink and a double boss fast attack in 4-2.
Oh, interesting. So, jonnylink skipping the other bro as well. So they're pretty close here, despite the extra death that Johnny took in the bro fight. Wonder if there is a little bit of scouting action done by one of the opponents to, you know, based on people's preferences for what to do with the bros here. Because I seem to recall Paraducks being someone that I think he generally likes to fight bros.
Oh, and Paraducks got hitboxed by Iggy, who is not being stuffed in the locker. He's trying to stuff our runners into the locker. 5-hit heavy Iggy.
Ooh, yeah. This guy likes to jump around, so he's not the greatest Koopaling to be heavy. So both runners taking a bit of damage there.
Yeah, both runners. Iggy gave them both the business. Desert Hill with a fort as a forced draw to start. And another hammer suit. Wow. Look at this. Equip a P-Wing going into 6F2. Can do the fly strat for the most part. But jonnylink enters small, so Paraducks is going to get a bit of an edge here.
It's one of those things I keep talking about where, you know, going into levels with power-ups, particularly forts, is generally a good idea, just because, you know, things like this happen commonly, where you equip a tail at the right time, you save a lot of time.
As well as equip a P-Wing at the right time, say going into an airship, and it happens to be the World 7 airship.
Yep. Alright, taking the pipe there, so good decision, getting to skip that level. Johnny doing the same thing. Paraducks using the hammer there on the rock as a free pass to the end of the world here. Unfortunately, Johnny gonna get his third dose of the Sledge Bros here, but does make it out of this one. And picks up a music box for his efforts, although he's probably not gonna be happy with that particular item.
Now, there might be some use for the later on, like get a bro out of your way. Oh, it's a P-Wing as our anchor, so jonnylink going to be able to P-Wing 4-4. Probably not the best level for it, but it ain't terrible as you get to go up and over the top.
Yeah, I think technically the P-Wing is faster than swimming, so if you do, well, you have to do it a particular way, but I think the TAS actually uses a P-Wing here. And yeah, 4-4 being one of those levels that's more or less not randomized outside of, well, the enemies anyway. It's really just the two Lakitus that you have to deal with.
And jonnylink picks up a cloud that I don't think Paraducks got to see, so...
Correct.
Even though Paraducks has the lead, that could swing things back in jonnylink's favor.
Yeah, definitely needed one of those to work out because he's had to fight more bros so far than Paraducks. Seems like both runners opting to mostly skip them.
2 forts to start, and it's door 6 fort. Is either runner going to go for a door 3?
I don't think so. I think you're the only person crazy enough to do that in one of these races, but...
And to be fair, Sharky would also do that too. That's because when we raced once, he wanted to do that once as a gentleman's agreement, and I just happened to hit it in the race, so there you go. Air Force is the other fort. jonnylink gonna play that. Oh, this could be a gross enemy set if we see fire nippers.
Ooh. There it is. There it was.
There it was, but Paraducks just shot right past it with P speed and had to because there was a runaway chain chomp right on his heels.
Yeah, he was kind of sandwiched between two of them there. And interestingly enough, jonnylink opting to play both the fortresses, so we'll see if that pays off for him. Meanwhile, Paraducks does get a cloud, so you know, we'll see if jonnylink's able to pick that one up as well.
That is a particularly tough one to miss. Oh, wow, look at this. Paraducks played the correct fort. The pipe went to the end of the world.
Yeah, that's tough there. It's definitely, you know, for Johnny, he's played 2 extra forts at this point, so, you know, forts tend to be pretty long stages as well. It's unlikely that, you know, with the extra cloud, he's going to run into a stage that'll allow him to save enough time to, you know, make up for that difference without, you know, a little bit of luck.
Paraducks went for the P-speed variant of the off-screen wand grab and missed that, but I respect going for that because that is difficult to do, and if you get it, you save 4 seconds.
Yeah, it was a good effort. Just a little bit of timing issue there.
Yeah, the timing for off-screen wand grab, whether it's P-speed or P-wing, can be finicky to get constantly.
I was kind of hoping to see Johnny use one of his clouds there on that stage, because I'm not sure, you know, depending on how World 5 is configured here, he may not get an opportunity to use them.
No first class for jonnylink. Now, what kind of airline denies a princess first class? Really?
Koopa Airlines.
Potentially, but here's the army level for Paraducks. So, with this level, you fight a hammer bro at the end and get an item. I think jonnylink got it.
I do too.
It's
There
good.
it is. I think that was our first one, so well done to Johnny. Paraducks made quick work of those 2 levels, and what a timely frog equip here. It's going to allow him to do this stage really fast.
Absolutely. This is extremely fortuitous for Paraducks because 3F2 is so much faster when you have the frog suit equipped, and he makes sure to lose it before entering the final room.
Yeah, really well done. jonnylink in a marathon. Oof. There's only one square where they can break apart there, so it's pretty rough.
Very
Paraducks
rough.
checking the pipe there and gonna cloud over. So as I mentioned, jonnylink with the extra cloud won't get to use it here in 7. Is gonna have to hope that there's an opportunity in 8 for him to do so.
Yeah, so you come back and you get a Narf Man special in World 5. We had one in 3 earlier, and now one in 5, so... Hammer Bros are not being the most cooperative today.
got our boy Roy, who is one of the notorious jumpers. Good timing from Paraducks here. He was getting a big jump there, but didn't get hitbox. So.
5-hitter, no hitbox, but there is one thing that we gotta know: how many bridges?
6.
If only there were that many forts, unfortunately. But we do have I already see a 4-3-1. I'm just gonna say 2 to cover that base. Would love to see a 4, don't get me wrong. But it's always 4 forts in World 8.
Yeah, so
Well,
forced
out.
Yep. Forced draw right away. Has to be beaten. So yeah, you know, jonnylink doesn't know it. A little bit behind here, Paraducks, so we'll see what World 8's got in store for us. It's called the Great Equalizer because it just has a tendency sometimes to be a little maze-like. So we'll see what this one looks like.
We shall see. Jonnylink dueling Roy and Paraducks taking out Boom Boom. Two-pipe Monty. Paraducks opting for well, he finds one and then he finds another. Let's see where this goes. Handbridge looks interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if Paraducks must think he's behind, considering he went to the second pipe there. It's usually a decision you see from people that are, concerned about where they're at in the race.
6F1, Paraducks gets a star, doesn't get the clip, good effort, but is clean to this point as jonnylink is in Spike Fort.
Yeah, Paraducks just seeing the fort, doesn't particularly want to have to go back through that pipe, so he's just going to play it. But of course we have that other pipe there across the handbridge that could be our answer, but Paraducks is going to do a little bit more scouting, which I think is a good decision. So, alright, our pipe leads us to dark, so we know we still have the one pipe check on the handbridge yet. We also do have the navy on this screen that we see. Interesting, both runners opting for the second pipe there, so I wonder if both thought they were behind here. You see a lock, so...
handbridge.
Yeah, definitely. So Johnny is going to be able to skip this level. Unfortunately for him, it's not a particularly long one.
But it could get nasty with this enemy set.
Yeah, this is not an enemy set you want to see in any level, really. Oh, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, Paraducks got caught by the tails of the fire snakes, so lost power up, went back to small.
Ooh, and it's 0. That's our
Paraducks has
answer.
found a ticket. And if jonnylink clouds this, he is right there. Oh, he does.
It all comes down to Bowser's Castle. Will we see damage? And Paraducks getting a clip there, very nice. Will allow him to save likely a little bit of time up the stairs. It's pretty rare you can actually P-speed up it, so... meanwhile, we got Hammer Peach for jonnylink here.
Paraducks going for clips. Gets its second try.
And I don't want to call GG before Bowser's dead, but it's looking pretty good for Paraducks at the moment.
jonnylink going bottom side for a reason. It's hi Bowser, bye Bowser for Paraducks. Get your GGs in chat as jonnylink goes for a clip. And it's not happening yet. Keep trying. He's still at it, though. And there he gets it. And thanks for the raid for Ron Burgundy. And Paraducks is in there as jonnylink hits Bowser.
Oh, really close here. Yeah, a little bit of just better fort routing on Paradux's side here. jonnylink ultimately played 2 forts that Paraducks didn't play, and that really was the difference.
That was the difference right there. I was going to name 7F2, but both of them, yeah.
Definitely 7F2 was not great. It's not great to play that one and, have it not be the answer.
Sure. And the times were Paraducks with a 33.56, jonnylink 34.24. This was a good game 1, that's for sure.
Absolutely. In the meantime, we have a little bit of a break here between the second game. It'll be about 5 minutes here between games, and catch everybody again shortly. All right, looks like we are back with race 2. So, really close race in the first one, about 30 seconds separating our competitors there. jonnylink in the race the entire way and led at points in that one. He had mentioned in the race chat that he didn't expect it to be so close. So, hoping he continues the good show there. Because, I mean, really, if, the 2 route divergences, if either one went his way, I think he would have pulled out the win on that one.
Yeah, it's just the way randomizer be. Sometimes the route goes in your favor, other times, nope.
Need some luck, definitely, to go your way. I think they should be getting started here at any second. So, but yeah, hopefully, don't see anybody, make too many changes in race 2 here. I don't think either runner really needs to change what they were doing too much.
Sorry, Zero Wing. It looks like RWO is out for this race, at least.
Paraducks getting a little better of the pattern there, getting the upper bros a little easier to deal with in the bro fight, so it takes a very, very slight early lead.
We got super tanks. Paraducks eats a cannonball.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Probably not super happy with that death. It's not a stage you usually see people dying too often. You don't really have to worry too much about the artillery as long as you're speeding through, kind of like you did that time. So a little more according to plan that time. And meanwhile, jonnylink getting the sledge bros again, but he does get a hammer for his efforts.
That might work out as we head into later worlds.
Absolutely. And yeah, Paraducks not picking up the hammer, so Johnny heads up play there, doing a little bit of gambling, going for the hammer bro, and potentially going to pay off pretty big for him.
Also, if you try to wall jump up that mast, you would have to hit a double wall jump, as I found out once recently.
I don't think I've ever seen a human do a double wall jump.
Now you say that, but Mitch just might be one of the few that could actually pull it off. Just saying. But anyway, 2-hit Iggy, we're on to the next world.
Yeah, Johnny with the ever slight lead here. Does have a fire flower as well, a little more comfy. Does have the hammer, so, you know, depending on what we get here for the draw, that hammer could be very big. And we get World 5. So hammer not useful yet.
I bet Johnny Link wishes that were a cloud instead, because it's Diagonal Doom 5-9.
I think you're right. But he does have a fire flower, which is a pretty good power-up to deal with the enemies in this one.
You might get a sneak fire chomp coming up at you, and that can really mess you up real fast.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, because I don't know if you noticed too, we've got a blue fort in the bottom section, so I have almost certainly the pipe we're going in is going to take us to one of the other pipes, and I'm assuming they're both going to play it before going up, but we'll see. They can also scout, I suppose. Maybe better to scout first, yeah, so... Oh, that is not good.
That hurts!
Yeah.
That hurts! I would have rejected Paradox Pipe in that instance.
Yeah, that's very rough, so he's gonna have to go back and, unfortunately, play the tower.
That's the only way to go back.
Yeah, unfortunately, Peach doing a little bit of crying in the corner there. Appropriate. Meanwhile, Paraducks taking out 4F1 there. Gets the star kill on the Boom Boom. Very nicely done. And yeah, Johnny Link getting the bad news. Which we were already aware of because there's only 2 forts here, so the blue one always will break the blue lock.
Now, we did have an odd occurrence the other night in which there were 2 forts in Skyland. They both broke locks. None of them built a bridge. It was bizarre, to say the least.
Yeah, I guess the bridge wasn't needed to get to the island, huh? There must have been a pipe.
Yeah, it was pipe. Meanwhile, 1-3 for Paraducks and a nasty level set where he's taking no part of going backstage, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, gets a 3-8 here. Looks like fire chomps, fire chains. Not the best enemy set, but honestly, if you're going to get that enemy set, it's a pretty good level for it. There aren't a ton of enemies in this one.
Johnny Link absolutely flies through 4F1 with his speed strats. Very impressive, and gets the star kill on Boom Boom.
I'm going to be playing some Hammer Bros here as well, which I don't think Paraducks has been playing, so we'll see if it pays off. It does pick up a music box. Probably not what he was hoping for, but not a useless item either.
T-Wing, that's a good item.
So yeah, Paraducks opening a bit of a lead here. He's got a 3-level lead currently. But he doesn't have the hammer, so the hammer can potentially put Johnny back in it.
Roy is heavy, but only a 2-hitter.
We'll see if Johnny goes for the item. Looks like he's going to forgo it. He's a little, I think, afraid of some of the enemies.
Yeah, you see those nippers on screen, you're always thinking one of those can shoot fire, especially if it ain't moving.
We'll see what world we get here. You're a fan of Johnny, you're hoping for 6 or 2, but we get 3.
And it starts with a 5-3 beta.
Yeah, definitely a level he's not going to be very happy to see, but does have a great power-up for it again. You know, Fire Flower, using it to great effect here, taking out some of these obstacles in his way.
Oh yeah, fun fact about bloopers that I just learned is that you can actually manipulate their movement depending on which way Mario is facing.
Yep, that is correct. And also, they don't move if you're below them either.
Johnny gets the star from the hammer, bro, as Paraducks shoots through 6-3.
Yeah, Paraducks making some easy work of these stages after the early death.
6-10 with a cheat, though. Gonna pose a challenge. Is that cheat? Oh, that's just... That's the tail end of the hitbox, too. That's just some bad luck.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. When he went from Fire Flower to nothing in no time.
Randomizer be like that, and I'm pretty sure jonnylink might get a sense of deja vu from this particular message because he was in a Zelda 1 Randomizer Rookie Rumble match just the other night.
Yeah, it's looking like the answer is that pipe behind the lock there. So, yeah, Paraducks realizing that now, having done a couple pipe checks, that is the answer, and going right into 4.
3F2. Unfortunately, jonnylink lost fire, so is going to have to deal with 5-3 beta in a different way, dodging everything.
Yeah, thankfully the enemies at the end here are really nice. That's unusual for the stage.
Oh, for sure, because usually you get some gross stuff like Big Bertha, nanny bloopers, stuff like that.
That is the one that breaks the lock, so... The other question, though, is there another lock?
I don't know, but there are fire nippers in this enemy set, so that could make this level very interesting towards the end of it.
Oh, and we're disappointed by Paragoomba. What do you know?
Paragoomba that struggles to get off the ground.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing the other obstacle. It could be on an island, or it could be... Ah, there it is.
Right here.
So, yeah, I had a feeling that we could see that here, so both forts being required. A little unusual. See what Paraducks gets from his Sledge Bros here, and he gets a cloud, so... Definitely a good item.
Be interesting to see how that comes into play as Paraducks heads into 6F2.
Yeah, gets a great power-up at the beginning there. That star allows you to go pretty quickly through the thwomp section if you don't have a leaf. Ooh.
Oh, that bonk. You hate to see it.
Yep. Definitely wanted to keep that for a little bit faster boom boom kill. Yeah, the boom boom kills are roughly 3 seconds faster with the Fire Flower. But Paraducks knows the answer. He's got the forts out of the way. He's going straight into the pipe. And we get the World 5 airship again. With the Fire Flower, honestly, I feel like that box is always a scam, so it's good to see someone benefit from it every once in a while.
jonnylink gonna take the same path, gonna be disappointed.
Does not make it away from that Fire Nipper unscathed.
Hitbox from Wendy on Paraducks on a full 5 hitter, but gets through.
Yeah, that's rough there. Unfortunately, once you stomp Wendy, she is able to jump from that point, and she will go sky high if given the opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. And when she does that, it's like she borrowed Zero Suit Samus's pumps.
So Johnny, just a fort and airship here behind, is the only one with a hammer. I don't think he picked up the cloud that Paraducks got, though. So.
Yeah, he hasn't picked it up, and right now we are checking pipes. There is a lock on the starting island in this pipe maze, and another lock right there. Oh boy, what a mess.
That's a pretty serious roadblock, so... But if you can make it to this fort, which he's going to be able to, it should break that lock then, I'm thinking, and will then enable him to play another fort. Of course, we could see a situation if there are other pipes that lead to the end there that it doesn't break the lock, it actually breaks the obstacle at the end. That would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, a lot of different ways this can play out. Goes for the fort, and it's 7F2.
Yeah, Johnny smartly not stomping Wendy there, able to have a much easier time with the kill.
Definitely faster to do that versus the 5-hit shenanigans.
Oh, no. Paraducks is in a world of hurt.
Yeah, that's a bad spot.
Oh, bad enemy there too. That one's tough to get over without taking. Oh, all right, pretty good enemy here though. Those are not particularly menacing.
Yeah, Tunnel of Love. No fire traps. Well, they're called Venus fire traps in the manual, so there you go. Yeah, pulled up.
Is gonna have to wait out the enemies a little bit there, but it's a little easier to navigate small through those one tiles, so does it no problem. Meanwhile, Johnny going straight for this fort. I don't think he saw the end island, so he doesn't have the solution yet, like Paraducks has.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out in particular. Ooh, so 7F2 broke a different lock, and he gets to play Sky Speedway while jonnylink is running through 7F2.
Interesting.
And with Fireflower, jonnylink moving much faster than Paraducks did, even with taking that thwomp hit.
Oh, tough to get through that with Big Mario though, or Big Peach in this case.
Bonus island.
So yeah, unfortunately, Paraducks playing the extra level there that is not needed. I'm thinking it might be. I guess he didn't check these other pipes. It's kind of interesting that he decided to go for that first. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling it's this pipe that they both just entered at the same time. And it is, so we have pulled relatively even. I think jonnylink might have gotten a bit confused there.
He's like, is it really this easy?
Yeah, 7F2, not exactly the answer, but It was on the required path.
Yeah, I was like, you know, I have a feeling it's gonna play a joke on us, and we're thinking it's gonna break that lock, and it's gonna break the other.
And 7F1's the other fort, and Paraducks has the right power-up, but triggered P-Speed, so is gonna have to wait for the meter to reset.
Yeah, jonnylink must not have a tail in his inventory, or one that he wants to use at this point in the race anyway, so you can see the time difference here. Having a tail and not, pretty significant.
And 5-4.
Paraducks wanting to do a little bit of combo action there. He wanted to Cloud and Music Box the plant, but didn't have a Music Box, so opted not to.
He's got 2 mushrooms, 1 more, and he gets firework.
I have a feeling that we're going to see jonnylink Music Box this, so be interested to see what this power-up is. And it's another Cloud.
Oh, music boxing it could really hurt Johnny, just saying. Oh, got too close there, got burned.
Johnny playing it, so this ends up being the right choice.
Yeah, he doesn't know it right now as we see a boss bass scream by on screen. This is a good call.
I would have definitely Music Boxed, and I would have been sad.
Yep, been there, done that.
So yeah, about 1915 on the world for Paraducks, and jonnylink's coming for him quickly here. Looking like about 25 seconds maybe between the two, roughly.
That's a heavy Ludwig, by the way. And get your commands in chat on jonnylink's side, as we're now in World 6.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Jonnylink's got the hammer, Leslie.
Yeah, that he does. This could be 1 fort and hammer for
Oh
Johnny
boy.
Link, and that could put him right back into this.
Paraducks gonna have to play at least 2 levels here.
And it starts with 4F2 Donut Fort.
Oh, Johnny. Use the hammer, Johnny. No!
Johnny, you gotta be a... Nope, this is fine, this is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. I had to scout it personally, but you know, we're cheering for a game 3. Come on, Johnny.
If this is a hammer, though, then we're back to even. I just had to say it, didn't I? Blessing or curse from the commentator, your pick, chat. Whoa, not so fast!
That... Not a particularly useful hammer, actually. So, does skip a stage. Is worth using at this point, because there's only one other opportunity to use one.
That's Tanuki suits for our hand stages. got
Yeah.
DLP in chat calling out may have to play all three. We'll see.
Definitely possible. I mean, we had an all Fort World 3, maybe an all Fort World 6 as well. Well,
We're in the clear.
unfortunately, jonnylink doesn't have the hammer advantage because he didn't get the hammer from the hammer bro. So, not going to come in handy in 2. And,
7-1 clip.
technically a faster stage than the hand, but at this point, it's looking not likely.
Survey says nope on that because he is not getting the sub-pixel. Oh. Ooh, close call for Paraducks, but he's in.
Yeah, that level choice coming up big right now for Paraducks.
Not just level choice, jonnylink not getting the sub-pixel until it comes out in the wash for 7-1, but on the 50-50 comes out as a minus.
So yeah, about an airship separating these two. Looking like
That
hammer probably, unless this is multiple forts, the hammer probably wouldn't have been useful here anyway, so.
Yeah, that pipe's going to the second screen.
Yeah, I think there's a lock on the first screen in World 6.
Yeah, it's a forced draw to play this, so... Unless there's another fort that we can't see, then it's a free world.
And it's free. Paraducks with the 2 clouds, so it does have the cloud advantage as well. It's the lead at the moment. To get a hammer suit from that letter, so they have plenty of Bowser items. 2 fire flowers and a hammer suit, I see. Interesting that we get one of these seeds where it's just raining power-ups.
Yeah, you don't typically see this. There's some siege where the power-ups are just stingy as heck.
Yep. Yeah, both opting to cloud that stage, so we'll never know what it is. Unless Dust Minion goes and checks.
Yeah, watch that be Atlantis or 7-5 because or 6-6 because the game knows.
Ooh, gonna have to play a stage here before the fort, so potentially could choose the other stage as well. This stage isn't particularly difficult. It has a great power-up for it. The other stage could be a little shorter, though.
And it could also be longer.
And it could also be a lot longer.
Yeah, it could be like 8-1 or something.
Yeah, good stage there from Paraducks, using the tail quite well there. Is opting to hold on to it in this stage versus getting P-speed. Could have definitely used it to damage boost. Meanwhile, jonnylink, a little bit of a divergence here. Going and getting 5-1, or sorry, 5-2. I think technically this should be maybe a little faster. Pretty close.
Yeah, I would argue. Yeah, going top route in 5-2 is definitely seems like it would be faster than 6-2 and jumping on those cloud platforms.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice there. Doesn't fall in the pit of shame. We're definitely going to see Paraducks double clouding here. So he had 3 clouds in inventory. I missed the 3rd one, so I guess Johnny should have another one.
So the stage they skipped as Paraducks gets rangless was Desert Oasis 2-2.
Yeah, not the best skip, but you know, it was a guaranteed skip. Lost the P-speed there. Little awkward P-speed build on Paradux's side.
Oh, that's losing fire like that.
Yeah, having a little trouble in the World 4 airship here.
Area 2 hitter, and the first stage jonnylink, or rather Paraducks skipped, is 6-7. So chat, what are we looking at for bridges?
Yeah, this one's kind of like 6-2 in that it's on the longer side, I would say, so pretty decent skip.
Yeah, but having a tail does help, especially with the end section.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a -1 and 1 in chat. I'm gonna go 3, because I want a game 3. We all want a game 3. And the other stage skipped was 5-5. Oh, this could be an interesting point in the game, because if that first pipe leads anywhere of importance, such as the end, that could be a game changer.
Yeah, really aggressive play from Paraducks. I'm not sure, does jonnylink not have the... Paraducks had 1,000,000 clouds. I swear. I don't think Paraducks fought that many extra things, but... huh. Yeah, this is a really interesting play. Ooh, that is bad news. So, probably, yeah, gonna have to go back and play the level, I guess. I don't know, did they play a tank already? Because that tank could have been a fort, I suppose.
No, they have. The level wound up being 4-2, but that fort that Paraducks played could still be important.
Yeah, definitely. It opened something. We know that. Okay.
Hate to.
Opting to skip the tank there again. Don't necessarily blame him. Oh, this is interesting. Johnny's gonna play the level.
I don't think he hit a cloud, or if he does, he's saving it.
He should have one. Because,
right.
yeah, I think they got it from the letter. It's just been a while since Johnny opened his inventory. He's kind of had an easy run of levels. So it just could be honest mistake forgetting to do it. Oh.
And Paraducks is home free. And it was the one bridge not required.
Just want to point out that the person booing the sand in chat has no championships. Just want to throw that out there. Just want to say and mention that no championships. Just repeat, no championships. Okay, anyway.
Wow. Wow. Savagery in the commentary booth.
Paraducks opting to take the door here. Had some clip attempts there. Had a little bit of trouble keeping the P speed. It is a little finicky. Kind of have to have an awkward rhythm to keep that P speed going, but has a pretty easy room there, actually.
Yep. Hi, Bowser. Bye, Bowser. Get your GGs in chat for our game and series winner, Paraducks, who is on to the quarterfinals with an official racetime.gg time of 32 minutes, 36 seconds.
Yeah, well done.
And his next opponent, I believe, will be Human Mustard.
That should be a good one. Yeah, really good race. We're definitely gonna see a lot of really good matchups next round. I think sometimes the first couple rounds can be a little less balanced, you know, particularly with the high seeds playing the lowest seeds. But once you get out of the first 2 rounds, every game is really good. Guaranteed.
And the first, oh yeah, for sure. The first 2 rounds can also have some really gem matchups as well.
Yeah, definitely. Especially the mid seed games are always very competitive. So, and some of those players you see make upsets later on. So. We'll see if he chooses to join. Oh, we gotta mark him as the winner. There we go. All right. Let's see if we can get both players in here. Spoiler alert, jonnylink also completed.
We're joined now by our series winner, Paraducks. GG, well played.
Hello, thank you. What an unexpected result for race 2. I really thought I was behind with all those weird plays I've done. It kind of worked out in the end.
Yeah, it did, because in game 2, you had more clouds than jonnylink.
Oh, I skipped the last stage.
Yeah, I think you skipped at least 3 more stages than he did. Well, I guess technically 2, because the one you had to come back and play anyway. Yeah, it kind of seemed like you thought you were behind just with the blind cloud, and in race 1 as well, it seemed like you must have thought you were behind because you went and checked the far pipe right away.
Yeah, I usually do that.
Okay.
But on race 2 and World 7, I don't know. I should have checked the pipe after the fort. I shouldn't have gone to the beginning of the world. That was a risky play that did not pay. But yeah, other than that, I feel like I could have played better. I will need to play better against Mustard in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I felt like you played pretty well, honestly. You know, in both races. I really think that was about the only maybe slight routing blunder you had. Otherwise, it seemed like the other decisions you made, for the most part, worked out.
On World 5, did the Blue Fort... Did he play the Blue Fort like me?
He did not, so it was required. So
it was required, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good choice. And maybe the biggest difference heading into World 8 was that, actually.
Yeah, I figured. I saw the Blue Fort. I didn't feel like gambling on 3 forts on World 5, so I just played it.
Yeah,
I did not want to do the tower at the end.
I don't blame you. Yeah, I was, talking about it that, you could potentially go in, take the death, scout it out. I was thinking Johnny might do that, but unfortunately, I don't know if he just didn't think about it late enough, or soon enough, and went through. But yeah, that was a big swing right away, but it didn't really decide the race. It got pretty even again in 7 because of the things you had mentioned as well.
Yeah, I figured. Like I said, I should have gone with the pipe right after fort.
Yeah, absolutely. It happens. I mean, it's tough. There's a million pipes there. Which one do you check, right? So.
And I was kind of glad with both wall 8s, which was kind of free. There was one route to follow, pretty much.
Yeah, the World 8 routing seemed like it was really good for you. It was just, in race 2, you did the one thing where you didn't need to right away, but other than that, it was good.
I feel like the fort I played in Wall 8 was required. I'm not sure.
I don't remember if Johnny had to play it or not. Maybe he can chime in. He is in the chat now, so welcome,
Hello.
Johnny.
Good game, good game.
Johnny.
GG, Johnny.
Yeah, the first one was super close. That was awesome.
Yeah, it really was. In fact, you want to know how close it was heading out of World 1?
How close?
You were basically tied to the frame, maybe one frame apart.
Wow.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is funny because it was a 6-minute world, so like. But yeah, that was pretty neat. You'll definitely have to watch that back. Honestly, Johnny, both races were really close. It was the big difference in the end here was in World 8, mostly in this one.
I figured I had to try some funky stuff in World 8. I went for the second pipe that was blocked by a level, and then I saw another, like a tank that was blocked by another level, and I was like, maybe, if he takes the first pipe and is wandering around for long enough, then maybe this is the right way, and nope. But it happens.
Yeah, believe it or not, you both made the exact same decision. You both went for that pipe first.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the game gave us a cloud, so I just used it at the end.
Second seed, I totally forgot about clouds again. I had 2 left over when I found Bowser's Castle. I was like, oops. But yeah, it happens quite often.
That could happen to any one of us, believe me.
Yeah,
I'm just happy
done
that
it
it was
before.
close. It's the first one at least.
Yeah, and then in the second seed, Paraducks. Let's talk about the hammer picked up, right at the right time in World 6.
Yeah, that was lucky. Skip one stage, but it's still a stage skip, so I was happy to find the hammer. Because I thought the pipe would lead to the end, but it was not at the end, but at least it wasn't necessary for World 2, which I was kinda undecisive if I wanted to do it in 6 or 2, but I decided in 6 because it had the most potential to skip stages.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it was funny, the entire seed, Johnny was waiting for an opportunity to use his hammer, because he got one in World 1 from a hammer bro. He went back and fought one. And it ended up, you ended up evening it up by fighting a bro he didn't fight in 6, so it was really interesting.
Well, I skipped that second bro in World 1, in the first world, because that loose cannon, I don't know, that rogue cannonball, which I don't know what happened there. I think it was just bad timing. I did not expect it to be there, so I just went ahead to the castle after super tanks.
Can't blame you for that, but yeah, that cannonball, thinking back on it, that seemed out of place, so we'll just chalk that up to bad luck.
Yeah, I think it's just bad timing, because when I passed one of the cannons, it shoot at the same time I passed the other one, and it kind of it's part of the timing. It's just bad luck.
Yeah, if you ever get caught up on that stage, you get hit. Definitely. It's, as long as you keep moving forward, you're fine. But yeah, if you ever like fall off of a platform or rub something, then it gets a little sketchy. But yeah, both runners getting to experience Atlantis, although wasn't particularly troublesome Atlantis. It seemed like the enemies were pretty nice there for you both. How did you all find the stages? It didn't seem like they threw you too many curveballs in terms of difficulty.
Enemy sets were nice. No really bad enemies. So it was kind of good in general. Just 7-5 in Atlantis on the first race. But other than that, it was great.
Yeah, nothing too bad. I always got to get that first death out of the way. I feel like every time I do a race that I'm like super nervous about, I die in the first level. I don't know if it was the first or second level, but the sledge bro got me in the pyramid, and I was like, all right, well, we got that death out of the way. Now I can kind of relax and just pretend I'm nowhere close to winning. So just play it.
I got some entertainment out of the Sledge Bros with you, because I swear you just kept getting Sledge Bros like in the Hammer Bro fights too, and I was just laughing about it.
Yep. Yeah, it's all good.
I also died at the start of the first race by Paragumbo in 1-5, I think.
Yeah, that's
that was
right.
1-5.
I
thought that was me that would happen to.
I wanted to power up, but I saw it was a armor suit. I didn't want to waste it. But yeah.
Definitely sounds good. Any closing thoughts from either of you about the race, tournament in general? I know we are saying goodbye to Johnny, unfortunately. The road ends here, but Paraducks does move on for next race against Human Mustard.
Yeah, I mean, I did much better than I thought. I thought I was going to get destroyed both races, like, no question. So I'm glad that it was kind of even in the first one, at least. And I can't say thank you enough to everyone that helps and commentates and watches and puts all this stuff on. I'm so happy and honored just to be part of these races. Thank you so much. It's so much fun.
Yeah, these are always fun to be a part of, racing commentary, and it's always a pleasure to call races. In fact, Johnny, don't you have a Zelda 1 Randomizer Rookie Rumble to look forward to?
Yep, I got a couple matches tomorrow and probably get knocked out of that tournament as well, but oh well. I'm having a good time.
You never know. Hey, you never know. That's why you play the game.
Yeah, it's just fun. I mean, all the communities, everyone's so awesome. It's just great. Like I don't mind losing at all.
Well, on my side, I entered not expecting anything to tourney. I knew I was rusty since I didn't play since last tournament. But yeah, I'm glad I reached top 8 again. I knew it would have been a difficult win to get today against you, Johnny. But yeah, we'll see against Mustard. I don't feel safe at all to reach semifinals.
It's okay. I've seen Mustard lose enough 50-50s in big races that just win those and you're good. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys. Putting on a great show. It was a great set of 2 races. Not just the first one, Johnny. The second one was really good too. Both were very close. I know the time doesn't look like it in race 2 in the end, but all that was again right at the end. So well done to both you guys. I appreciate both participating.
Good time. Thank you.
All right. I think with that being said, let's take a look at what our schedule is coming up. It's not done. In fact, we've got many more races to go yet. So,
Yep, I've got it right here.
All righty. I'll let you take it away.
So, for our next match in the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament is on Saturday at 1:05. That is Teeks88 versus Japezu, with Stewie Cartman and my co-com the Haxer on the call for that one. Then later that afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you might be in, 3:35 p.m. it is Stewie Cartman versus Craig, and that'll be calmed by LOZ Cards Fan 23 and Dust Minion. And then finally, for some Sunday Night Randomizer at 8:05 Eastern, Macobra 52 versus Gimp Extreme, with DLP 316 and LOZ Cards Fan once again on the call.
Looking forward to all those.
Oh yeah, those are all going to be good matchups. In fact, give both our runners a follow. They put on a heck of a show for us tonight between both Paraducks 64 and jonnylink. And also feel free to give us both a follow if you feel so inclined, as we both do a number of different things on our end, randomizers and other stuff. Put it that way.
Absolutely. Yep. With all that being said, yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Stay kind, stay safe, and we'll see you on the other side of the next pipe check.